The Simpsons predictions for the next 10 years that will blow your mind. Welcome to the most amazing channel, where we dive into the unbelievable, the unexpected, and the downright mind-blowing. Today, we're tackling one of the most iconic shows in television history, The Simpsons, and their eerie ability to predict the future. From technological breakthroughs to shocking global events, this animated series has left us stunned time and again with its uncanny accuracy. But what could they possibly foresee for the next decade? Buckle up, because we're about to explore predictions that will leave you questioning reality itself. Let's jump into The Simpsons' vision for the future. Prepare to have your mind blown. Number 1. AI integration everywhere. In the next decade, AI assistants are expected to become a seamless part of daily life, handling everything from housework to complex decision-making. But The Simpsons would take this one step further. Imagine hyper-intelligent AI gaining a little too much autonomy and creating more problems than solutions. Homer, of course, ends up with a glitchy AI assistant that misunderstands him completely. Despite its malfunctions, it somehow fixes his life in hilarious ways. From helping him win Employee of the Month to turning Bart into an A+ student, it's a comedy of errors until the AI takes over Springfield and Homer has to stop it. Number 2. Space tourism becomes commonplace. With companies racing to make space travel accessible, commercial space tourism is likely to become as routine as boarding a flight. Naturally, The Simpsons would take this futuristic concept and add their signature twist. The family wins a promotional space vacation, complete with zero-gravity accommodations and moon tours. But Homer being Homer, he accidentally presses the wrong button during a tour of Mars. His mistake triggers a series of events that results in an interplanetary incident, leaving NASA scrambling to clean up the mess. As always, chaos ensues, but somehow, Homer is hailed as a hero by the end. Number 3. Virtual reality dominance. As technology advances, virtual reality could dominate every aspect of daily life, from work to entertainment and even relationships. In true Simpsons fashion, this shift would be taken to absurd extremes. Bart, always looking for an escape from reality, discovers a VR system that lets him live as a smarter, more successful version of himself. He creates a perfect virtual world where he's a star athlete, a top student, and even Principal Skinner's boss. But as Bart spends more time in VR, his absence causes chaos in the real world. The family must intervene before Bart's virtual fantasy takes over completely, and before Homer figures out how to use the VR headset for snacks. Number 4. Climate crisis reaches a tipping point. The growing climate crisis might lead to drastic and bizarre solutions, and The Simpsons would tackle it with their signature humor. In Springfield, scientists propose a wild fix: a giant solar umbrella to shield the planet from overheating. The town rallies behind the idea, with Lisa championing the environmental benefits. But when Homer volunteers to operate the umbrella, things go predictably wrong. He accidentally sets it to storm mode, causing unpredictable weather patterns across the globe. Springfield becomes a hub of chaos, with snowstorms in July and tornadoes at Moe's Tavern. In the end, Lisa saves the day, while Homer somehow takes all the credit. Number 5. Political shocks. As politics continue to blur with pop culture, The Simpsons might predict a celebrity or influencer rising to significant political power. In Springfield, a viral internet sensation unexpectedly wins the mayoral race after a series of meme-worthy campaign ads. The new mayor focused on boosting their social media clout, implements absurd policies like replacing city council meetings with live-streamed reaction videos. Homer, inspired by the chaos, tries to ride the influencer wave himself, creating his own cringe-worthy political persona. The town devolves into a circus of hashtags and trend-chasing until Marge steps in with a heartfelt speech to bring some sanity back, at least temporarily. Number 6. Economic revolution. As cryptocurrencies and digital currencies continue to grow, the next decade could see them completely replacing traditional money. The Simpsons would take this trend to hilarious extremes. In Springfield, Mr. Burns decides to create his own cryptocurrency, Burns Coin, claiming it will revolutionize the global economy. Naturally, it causes mass confusion when people start using it for everything from paying for groceries to buying donuts. Homer, ever the opportunist, becomes a crypto guru, leading a bizarre new financial revolution. But when Burns' scheme crashes, it causes chaos, with Springfield residents left trying to barter for goods until Lisa steps in with a real solution, but not before Homer profits in the most ridiculous way. Number 7. Revival of old trends. In the future, The Simpsons predicts a nostalgic revival of outdated technology. As society becomes obsessed with retro everything, people begin to revisit past trends, often with hilarious consequences. Springfield's residents start using flip phones, VHS tapes, and even early 2000s internet dial-up as the latest vintage craze. Lisa, the voice of reason, tries to warn everyone that these are inefficient, outdated technologies, but as the town becomes obsessed with old school cool, Homer dives headfirst into this new trend. He starts collecting antique gadgets, convinced they hold the secret to happiness. The town's obsession grows so ridiculous that even Marge starts wearing bell-bottom jeans, and Bart sets up a business selling authentic 90s Tamagotchis. In the end, Lisa's attempt to bring the town back to the present moment is overshadowed by a viral TikTok trend dedicated to the past. Number 8. Rise of hyper-personalized media. As AI and data analytics evolve, The Simpsons predicts a world where media becomes hyper-personalized, with shows and content tailored specifically to individuals' tastes and habits. In this future, Springfield's residents each have their own AI-generated TV shows and movies perfectly suited to their personalities. Homer's show is a never-ending sequence of beer commercials and snack ads, while Marge's is a never-ending self-help series. Even Bart gets his own animated show, where he's a genius. But as the town becomes completely immersed in their personalized media, they lose touch with reality, preferring their tailored worlds over actual human interaction. In true Simpsons style, Homer's obsession with his own show causes a town-wide meltdown. As he can't stop watching himself, Lisa tries to break the cycle, but finds herself trapped in an algorithm-driven adventure of her own. Eventually, the family has to remind everyone that real life is still better than any artificial one, even if Homer still insists on watching himself eat donuts. Number 9. Extreme fitness trends. In the future, society becomes obsessed with biohacking and extreme fitness trends, where every day is a competition to see who can push their body to the absolute limit. Springfield gets swept up in the craze, with residents lining up for bizarre wellness fads like cryogenic sleep pods, stem cell smoothies, and gym memberships that require you to run marathons just to sign up. Homer, ever the skeptic, is dragged into it all when Marge signs him up for the latest trend, a mind-over-matter fitness cult that promises immortality. At first, Homer resists, but when he starts seeing strange results, like running a 5K without breaking a sweat, he gets addicted to the lifestyle. The town gets so caught up in the competition that even Moe opens a wellness bar, offering supplements that cure everything, while Bart hacks the system to enter every competition and become the youngest fitness guru. Ultimately, Homer finds himself over-exercised, dehydrated, and more confused than ever, while Lisa tries to bring everyone back to a healthy balance, though not before Homer accidentally becomes the cult's leader. Number 10. Alien contact. As humanity's technological reach expands, The Simpsons predicts that we'll finally make contact with extraterrestrial life, but in a way that only Springfield could handle. In this future, alien beings arrive on Earth, not with grand announcements or world-changing technologies, but as confused tourists who just want to visit the Grand Canyon. When they land in Springfield, they're immediately mistaken for just another bizarre group of Springfield residents. Kang and Kodos return as diplomats for their home planet, but instead of launching a grand invasion, they're simply trying to navigate human customs, like ordering at Krusty Burger and figuring out our confusing social media algorithms. Homer, unaware of the aliens' true nature, befriends them and tries to help them fit in, inadvertently causing an intergalactic diplomatic crisis. Meanwhile, Marge becomes the unlikely spokesperson for humanity, trying to convince both the aliens and the government that humans are not as crazy as we seem. By the end, the aliens leave, unimpressed but slightly more enlightened, leaving behind only a glowing souvenir shop and Homer claiming to have saved the planet again. And there you have it. The Simpsons' wild predictions for the next 10 years. From AI gone rogue to intergalactic encounters, it's clear that this iconic show knows how to mix satire with a glimpse into the future. Whether or not these predictions come true, one thing's for sure. The Simpsons will continue to keep us laughing and maybe even make us think a little harder about what's to come. If you enjoyed this dive into Springfield's crystal ball, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing content. Drop your own predictions in the comments below. Let's see what The Simpsons didn't see coming. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.